Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my Character Crusade Unbound Season 3 Let's Play featuring Blodius Vigilis, the Blue Sentry. Okay, so before we move on, I just want to get some technical things out of the way here. First off, I have set honed metal so that enchanters do not know enchantments. In fact, we have to give them enchanted items to disenchant in order to learn the enchantments. That works out a little better for me in this series because I am running a couple of mods that provide unique enchantments, namely Zim's Immersive Artifacts, which we've acquired the Thum Fadum from, which was sort of where you would usually get the Axe of Whiterun after being named Thane. Ooh, what's this?
Oh,
Cape of Whiterun, I'll take that.
I was we heading out.
Balgruuf actually gave us this unique artifact. This Thum Fadum, or Fadon. Thum Fadon. That's going to take some practice to get right. Well, that is a very thin blade, isn't it? Probably very sharp as well, I would imagine. Anyway, so this has a unique enchantment on it that reduces time between shouts every time you hit somebody with it. That can be disenchanted and the enchantment learned and re-enchanted on another weapon. I'm also running what's it called? Winter Mist or Summer Mist enchantment package from A Nice Ion. And all these unique modded enchantments, they don't work out of the box with honed metal and the enchantments that the enchanters know. So, so that's good. I can now have, say, Farengard disenchant that weapon. And have that enchantment applied to, say, an unenchanted mace of some sort. So what else here? I think that was the big technical thing. Oh, yeah, I also got a new monitor. I am now running on a 1440p display that runs at 144 hertz now, as opposed to the 1080p 60 hertz monitor I was running on before. It shouldn't make any difference to the viewer on YouTube. I think I'll still be encoding at 1080p. But I'm interested to see what, if any, effect playing at 1440p has on the recording. I haven't noticed any performance dip at all after upping the resolution to 1440. In fact, it seems to be performing a little better. It's kind of funny how the GTX high-end cards run like that. They seem to... Geez, Lydia.
I've got your back.
I know. You don't have to be on my back, though. Kind of funny how that GTX high-end architecture runs with higher resolutions better than it runs lower resolutions. In some cases, I mean, obviously, you're running at 4K. It's gonna take a toll. Okay, so let's go ahead and recap where we were at the end of last episode, and then talk about our circles of character conflict and our positive-negative value pairs, and where we're going next in this episode. So last episode was kind of a bombshell episode. Blodius was smacked in the face again by the gods when he learned that he is something called Dragonborn. And this wasn't just some arbitrary label that has been attached to him. He feels it deep in his soul, that this dragon blood is very much coupled with his fate now, and there's no escaping it.
Oh, did you need something?
No, thank you, though. So he...
Yes.
Oh, jeez. The ladies love cool Blodius, I suppose. And the children. Yeah, keep walking. So yeah, Blodius fully understands the importance of this Dragonborn business, which kind of puts him at odds with his current obligation to the Empire. He did swear an oath, after all, to obey his superiors, so I think that will present some personal conflict for him. Between this episode and last episode, Blodius pretty much went straight to the Bannered Mare Inn. Much alcohol was drunk. Yeah, you keep walking too, buddy. Not a lot of words were said. He was not feeling very talkative. He pretty much had to take some time to himself to internally deliberate on what had just happened to him. And what he arrived at, his conclusion, was that he has decided for now to fulfill his duty to the Empire, at least in Whiterun. We still have an impending Stormcloak invasion coming. We're going to have to implore, now that the dragon business has been taken care of in this hold, we're going to have to implore that the Jarl take action on this now. So we're not sure exactly where that's going to take us. I know where it's going to take us. Most of the viewers here probably know where it's going to take us, but Blodius doesn't. So we're going to play it dumb for a little bit. And then once his obligation to Whiterun has been fulfilled, he's going to take a few days for himself and travel to Ivarstead and High Hrothgar and see what this Dragonborn business is all about. So he's going to have to go AWOL a little bit from the Legion, just for a day or two, to figure this stuff out. And he's not feeling too bad about that, just because he figures General Tullius would want to know what we're dealing with this dragon blood as well. As well as how it can be leveraged, if at all. So he considers it intelligence gathering for the Empire, as well as sort of a personal mission. So there's that. Let's go ahead and move on to circles of conflict. So we have the personal or internal conflict, which for right now it's sort of this branch in his decided path. He's been very focused on doing work for the Imperial Legion, strengthening its ranks to take on the Thalmor in an inevitable conflict there. But now he's presented with this path of the Dragonborn, and wherever that leads him, where he is sure... Thank you, Lydia. You're just going to stare deeply into my eyes? I know, I'm beautiful.
I've got your back.
I know. Alright. So, anyway, this is going to...
Need something?
Oh, wow. Alright. So this is going to present a conflict for Blodius, whether or not he takes on what he believes is his fate as the Dragonborn, and what he has swore an oath to with the Imperial Legion, both of which he feels are vastly important. But I think we have a little bit of a roadmap for how we're going to deal with this going forward in the short term. And I think for a while this is going to be his main personal conflict until something pops up. Something else pops up anyway. And then moving on to the next circle is the interpersonal conflict. So I suppose we could handle this by just going through the people that Blodius has had contact with. We have our housecarl Lydia, which we're fine with for now. We'll get to her in a little bit, but for right now we don't know her really well enough to know her motivations or her values and how they're going to conflict with our own. Hyoromir, who is our apprentice slash squire slash... where did he go? Slash pack mule. Oh yeah, there he is, sitting over there in the chair. Kind of the same story. He doesn't have a very strong personal identity or motives of his own at this point. So he's kind of following along with us, much like Lydia, just kind of happy to be part of the group. No conflict there. And then We've had contact with Balgruuf up there, who we do have some conflict with. Just because the Legion desperately needs to help him defend his city from the Stormcloaks, and also give the Legion sort of a controlled outpost here in a very central location in Skyrim. So far, Balgruuf has been very hesitant to take one side or the other, but it's sort of our job here to sort of convince him to come over to Team Red. And he's been very resistant, so we're going to have to continue with that conflict a little bit, at least for now. Being named Thane and taking care of his dragon problem certainly will probably help sway him in that decision.
I tried applying for part-time work at one of the Battleborn farms. I figured they must pay well. I still haven't heard back from Alco.
And then we have General Tullius. And this presents a bigger conflict. The conflict of duty versus fate. And both of these are very important to Blodius right now. He does not know which one is more important. So while this conflict is not directly with Tullius, it might be if he starts having to choose between direct orders and following this path of the Dragonborn. So that sort of is an internal conflict that's sort of projected to an interpersonal conflict with Tullius, or vice versa. And that's about it for people that Blodius has had direct dealings with. So then we move on to the outside circle, which is societal conflict, and that really hasn't changed much. We're at odds with the Stormcloaks politically, but we do have sensitivity, or I don't know how to say that. We are sensitive to their cause. We understand where they're coming from. We don't hate the Stormcloaks. We do, on the other hand, hate the Thalmor. We're still not attacking them outright on sight now, though, but the time may come when we do. Blodius is now focused on two tasks. One, bolstering the strength of the Legion, and two, figuring out what this Dragonborn business is all about. So the Thalmor are a bit of a distraction, even if they are sort of his main motivator for motivation number one. So yeah, we're sort of in a focused state of mind right now. I don't think Blodius is chaotic enough at the moment to attack the Thalmor on sight if he crosses them out on the road somewhere. Okay, that about does it for now. We actually have our mace, our enchanted, frost enchanted mace being recharged with Farengar back there right now. We still have not gotten the note from the courier, so we'll probably go outside and wait for him to do that. And then, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's talk to Balgruuf now, and then we can wait for the mace before we leave on whatever errand he decides to send us on next, if any. I'm sorry to interrupt, Balgruuf, but it's time to make a decision.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Oh my gosh. You know, I see you right there. You can't have your secretaries just tell me you're busy forever.
What is it that you need?
Okay, so about that message from the general.
Ah, yes. I've studied those documents. Very interesting. Momentous, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun.
As in all things, Lord, caution.
Playing musical
I urge us to
chairs.
Wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or to declare his intentions.
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather straightforward with Tory.
Torig, he simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If
Yes.
Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his storm cloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold.
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the esteemed Jarl of Windhelm. Deliver this axe to Ulfric Stormcloak.
An axe?
How long have you been in Skyrim? Yes. Give the man my axe. If he returns it to you, it means we have business to settle. If he keeps it, then we are at peace.
Alright, so probably don't need to say anything. But you think that Ulfric is just going to let me walk up to him with no trouble at all? I am very imperial, after all.
True, he's a dangerous and bloodthirsty man. But he's also a Nord that honors our traditions. Keep your wits about you and you won't be harmed. And then get back here. Because if Ulfric isn't bluffing, I'll need every able body to defend Whiterun.
Understood.
Good. Good. You Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment. Now, if you don't mind,
Lord?
I've got a... Yes, to General Tullius.
Ah,
I need to make a few things clear before I accept these legionnaires of his.
okay, good. So we have opened a dialogue now between Balgruuf and Tullius. It sounds like Balgruuf is now willing to host the Legion in preparation for his conflict with Ulfric Stormcloak. Okay, so now I just need to wait for our mace to be ready, and it sounds like we have a trip to make to Windhelm. Okay, so here we are. We've bought Lydia her own horse, so now we all three have horses. Nobody's got to straggle behind on foot. Also, being Thane of Whiterun, I have access to the Whiterun horse equipment, which looks quite nice, I think. Okay, so where are we going? We are going to Windhelm, which takes us across some unknown territory here. We're going to take this road down the White River, and then we'll take our first left at the fork here and make our way up to Windhelm from there. We're going to have all of our entourage with us for this, just because we're showing up in full Legion attire, and we're going to want to have Lydia at our back, which she says often that she has our back, so now's the time to prove it. And Hjormir as well, even though we don't really want to expose him to too much violence at this point. We don't really have a whole lot of confidence in his fighting ability. We're still going to take him along with us, just in case we need him to hold anything, and there is always something to strengthen numbers. Okay, so I might cut around on our journey here, and I will resume the recording when anything interesting happens.
bandits in my lifetime. But if every day you fight lions, it's not too difficult to slay a house cat.
Oh, I pray that we do not need to test that theory, Yormir. Okay, so Blodius is smelling an ambush here. It looks like we may have some bandits stationed. Okay, come on now. Up here on this watchtower, this bridge. And it seems like a perfect place for a hold-up as well. To extract some tolls from unwary travelers. So let's go ahead and get prepared for a battle just in case here. We'll leave the horses here to keep them out of it. And I'm also trying to use more illusion just as a way to sort of rally our troops. Now that we have followers, we can make more use of it. So let's see what's going on here. Quick save maybe would be good. Oh, somebody just made a jump for it. What's going on here? What's going on in here, huh? Looks like they're already hostile. Let's rally up some troops here. Oops, missed. Strange, they look distracted by something. That's alright. And it looks like I've lost my block cancel, so let's go ahead and do a dodge here real quick. Okay, soldiers, we still have work to do. Alright, we gotta get in there. Right past her. Okay. So not bad, huh? Just a little bit of inspiration, and Hjormir makes quite a decent little fighter there, doesn't he?
We heading out? I got all your equipment cleaned and ready.
And I thank you for that. I gotta say, Hjormir, I'm impressed. I will no longer call you boy or idiot.
Stop. You're not going to fire me, are you?
No, just the opposite. I think you've earned a promotion. You are no longer boy/idiot rank. Okay, so before we get smote again, let's go ahead and heal these guys. Oh, don't know if Lydia and Joromir need it, but they get some first. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and loot this place and sanctify the bodies, and we'll be on our way. Oh, look at this. Let's take a look at this mace, huh? Aw, very sexy. A kingly weapon indeed. This is another weapon added in by Billy Rose Swords. I think this would be a great weapon for Blodius. Let's see, that does 36 damage. The mace we have right now does 22 plus 15 frost, which takes it up to 37. So once we get this tempered, it will do more base damage than our current mace does with the enchantment. And then we can even enchant it on top of that. In fact, maybe this will be a good candidate for the shout reduction time enchantment. Maybe we'll have Farengar do that when we get back. Not that we like Farengar that much to give him all this business, but you know, convenience. And us being Thane of Whiterun, we might get a deal on it as well. Okay, so we picked up some Crimson Archer gear off of the Bandit Chief here. Just I think boots and gloves. I think those will go nicely with Yoromir's get up here. So let's give that a shot, shall we?
My name's Yoromir.
And it's sort of a payment for job well done in this fight here. Let's take a look.
Your wish?
Ah, not bad at all, huh? I like it. Looking sharp, Yoromir. Okay, back on the road, I think. Yoromir's running the avatar power from Imperius. Full of all sorts of surprises, isn't he? Okay. Get in there, comrades. I need to get my helmet on. Well done again. We're starting to unlock your untapped potential there, Yoromir. Well done. Looking stern AF, too. I like it. Well, here we are in Windhelm. Well, not in Windhelm yet, but at Windhelm. I gotta hand it to them. They do make an impressive city, don't they? Impressive walls, at least. Alright, well, we did run into some Stormcloak soldiers on the way who treated us with hostility immediately, so I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. But maybe want a quick save just in case. Okay, well, he seems to have no problem stabling our horses. That's a good sign. Should remove our helmet as a sign of respect. Okay, looks like our first guard is up there. Hopefully, the city guard do not treat us the same as patrolling Stormcloaks. But we're going to be ready anyway. This is tense. Officer. Okay, that's a good sign. Wait a minute. This guy again? Guy's everywhere. Seems that those Dawn Guard have some like secret teleportation powers or something. Okay, and that is an impressive gate as well, I gotta say. Oh man, the Legion are going to have a hell of a time. trying to bring this place down if it comes to that. Hello, officers. I am actually just a courier for the Imperial Legion. I have a message for Ulfric from Jarl Balgruuf of Whiterun. Thank you.
Where's these vampires coming from? We need to wipe them out before things get worse.
I think we have more immediate problems at present, but I pray for a day where we can stand together against such a menace and we can move past this conflict. Blodius feels that it is probably best to be deferential in enemy territory.
And you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be
That's
serious.
nonsense.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
Of course not.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you.
Why do they think you're a spy?
Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
Well, we'll see if we can't do something about that one day. Are you okay? Those Nords look like they were giving you trouble.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us. But Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that.
Alright, well, take care of yourself. I don't know what else I can offer you aside from well wishes and to say that you're not alone, and one day I hope your fortunes change.
All right then.
Okay, so, Blodius will be as deferential as he can. That will be difficult, seeing how rampant racism seems to be, at least among some of the citizens here. And now might also be a good chance to talk about positive and negative value pairs. Of course.
Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Poor woman is
Divine smile
wearing nothing but
shall
thin
be
rags
sown.
out here, and it's very cold. Yeah, so positive and negative value pairs. Blodius' world was shook by that dragon fight. He witnessed a lot of carnage, and he now knows what he's up against in these dragons, and it is not good. That was a terrible challenge, taking that dragon down. And we had the aid of a whole contingent of Whiterun guards at our back, and these guards are no joke. They're all tough adversaries for anybody, for sure. So that brought him down a little bit, but you know, the fanfare of the people in Whiterun by helping bring down that dragon, and the return of the Dragonborn, who is a much lauded figure in Nord history, brought him back up a little bit. So he was feeling pretty good, but now the air here in Windhelm is stifling. He feels like a fish out of water. He feels like there are eyes at his back that may turn into knives at any point. And just the mood here, the xenophobia and racism is just disgusting. He just wants to get this over with. So he's going to hurry to the palace as quickly as possible without running. He doesn't want to appear aggressive, like he's attacking the place. Just going to remain as respectful as possible. Officer. Decent haul with a decent spread here. They know how to do it up when they can. Where's Ulfric?
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised. They've never had many problems with the Empire.
Ah, here we go.
Those milk drinkers might as well be elves. Think they're better than us.
Regardless, it appears Skyrim must stand alone.
Ulfric.
Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
I have brought a message from the Jarl of Whiterun.
Is that so? I've been wondering when he'd come around.
Well, I wouldn't hold your breath.
Oh. What's this? You're quite brave to carry such a message. It's a pity you've chosen the wrong side. You
I've sworn an oath.
return this axe to the man who sent it, and tell him he should prepare to entertain visitors. I expect a great deal of excitement in the city of Whiterun in the near future.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Sooner than you think.
Okay. He may have tipped his hand a little bit there, I think. Okay, so we're going to need to hightail it back to Whiterun. It sounds like Balgruuf's message was not received too well.
This place is if Tiber Septim were king, and the other 8 Divines were tending the bar.
Yeah. Sounds like quite a fanatic, that one. Anyway, I think here is a good spot to cut the video and end the episode. The last 2 episodes were quite long, but there was a lot to pack in, and I needed to get some stuff in to keep up with the Unbound schedule. I still have yet to listen to the new podcast about Struggle, I think, but hopefully I can listen to that and have some fodder in the next couple of episodes for the next homework. How you doing? So yeah, I think we'll be heading back to Whiterun quite quickly. We have important news, and it sounds like Ulfric is pretty much set on trying to take Whiterun. No, thank you.
Yes.
Not only is their spread game pretty good, but their wench game's pretty good too.
Need something?
Anyway, yeah, I think we'll cut the video here. So until next time, take care of yourselves.